In today's digital age, our social media news feeds are filled with pregnancy bellies and growing babies and parents bragging on their pride and joy. But now a local couple is hoping their news feed will help them to find the apple of their eye.
Alex and Amy Rolfe have been married for 7 years. Alex has been in the lives of Amy's 2 teenagers for 9 years now, but they're longing for a baby of their own. They spent many years and lots of money trying in vitro fertilization.
That didn't come to fruition for us, so we started to move on and start considering other options. So the next, the first thing you think of is adoption.
Researching more about adoption, they realized they'd already spent a lot of money on IVF and weren't going to be able to afford an adoption agency, so they decided to adopt independently.
We've gone through the home study process, and that's certifying our background, our capacity to be able to adopt.
The home study process includes many things like background and financial checks, working with adoption advocates, and a lawyer. Amy and Alex created a website that serves as a resource for any mothers who are looking for someone to adopt their child. The website has a letter written specifically to the mother, so she knows who they are and what their life is like. They also created a Facebook page to get a wider reach. They keep it updated with their adoption process and try to take a lighthearted look at the journey.
Because it's lengthy and it's stressing, so if we can find, fun ways to show the story like that, I think we'll keep doing that. When we had to do our background investigation, we had to go get fingerprinted at the sheriff's office.
So they had a little fun with it and decided to take some mugshots. Their 2 teenagers are really excited about one day having a baby brother or sister. Amy's 13-year-old even tried to win a raffle at school so she could try and pay for the adoption fees.
I said, well, baby, that's very sweet. And she said, well, how much is it? And I said, well, it's a lot. And she said, oh, that wouldn't cover it.
Amy and Alex say one of the hardest parts is seeing other couples their age having children naturally, and they've had to adjust their mental clocks a bit to know the process could be a long one.
We're just starting the adoption process, but emotionally and physically for me, we've been trying to have a baby for 5 years now. There's nothing that you can do to just make it happen. We pray a lot and we cheer each other up a lot.
And they do a great job at keeping their good humor. When Alex was asked what he'd like everyone to know, here's what he said.
Diaper changing technique. With the age of our children, I think they're past the point of me practicing with them. So.
All jokes aside, the couple has faith that after some good old-fashioned word of mouth and the wide reach and power of social media, one day they'll hold a precious baby in their arms.
Please, we're not asking for money. We just want you to share our story with anyone that you can think of and ask them to share our story so that the one person that needs to see it can.
Kelly D'Ambrosio reporting.